So now that we have finished the tests, so normally you want to do this, like I said before, 1 or 2 days after. Now we are gonna gather the results. We are gonna consolidate everything into an Airtable, and then we are gonna build an interface, and that interface is gonna be refreshed every time we do the test. So that's gonna be divided, in my case, by weeks, but you can do it by months, by every 2 weeks, or whatever. And basically, what we're gonna do in the sheets that we saw before, we are gonna pull the Mailreach ID. Then we will set a variable here, and this basically is gonna be because we are doing a bulk upload in Airtable, but I can only do 10 by 10 records when I'm pushing a JSON. So that's why I need to divide by 10, and then this will give me the amounts of iterations. So for example, if we have 600 inboxes, that's gonna be 60 runs, or 60 times this flow is gonna iterate over these modules. And then we're gonna search in rows, and we're gonna return 10 by 10 again, and then just put here the filter when it's equal to no. So right now here is equal to no, and then well, there should be another model here, but I'm not gonna put it. But just for you to know, every time there's it has been done, then it will need to be changed to yes, and that way we can filter and take away already that record, so it doesn't duplicate it, right? And it's not like entering in a loop. Okay, so then now we have we will use this HTTP request to get all the testing and all the data we need, and we will be consolidating this in a JSON, right? So this is basically all the data that I'm gonna bring. You can bring any more data if you want, but this is what I find useful. So basically domain, the inbox, how much it goes to spam, and then which one are missing, which is basically total sent, which is the length of this array, which is 29, minus inbox and minus spam. How much which copy I used, sorry. What was the subject, what was like the general score provided, what is the VTOV scored, and what was the email used. And then basically we do a bulk upload, then we post and push the content, and we use the JSON string to push that. And when this is run, so it should be fast. And then what you could do here, it's like an email where you send an email, and basically you send reporting has been done. You can check it out, right? And then provide the link to the interface. And this is, well, first I'm gonna show you how the data is written, right? So you basically have like the week that you can select, the emails, domains, how much of them were actually in inbox, in spam, how many were missing, what was the copy used. And then I've put here like a formula, which basically what it does, it says more or less how this is based on my parameters, but of course you can definitely change those. So it's, according to me, if out of 29, 7 are only landing in inbox, that's for me, the inbox is cooked. You can put 5, 4, 3, whatever. If the number of emails landing in inbox is between 7 and 15, the inbox is on recovery, and probably you should want it to put it on warm up for 1 week or 2 weeks. And then if it's landing on inbox more than 15, then we can consider that it's healthy. Probably we could raise this a little bit more. So like put here like 20 and 20 or 22. And yeah, then we know the inbox is healthy. So as you can see, this is the provided results, and as well what the scores were. And what is interesting is to see it in the interface. I think here is where you get the better view. And right now, you can do a comparison by week. So for example, this will be week 25, and this one will be week 27. So for example, in 25, I had 5 inboxes. So obviously this is mock-up data, don't take it for granted, but you had inbox on recovery. And in 26, you had 5 total tests done. and three of them were healthy. One of them needed some recovery, and one is probably cooked. So that probably you can always already discard, or do a little bit more testing, and probably uh, replace it for a new fresh one. And here what you can see, it's domain. Yeah, because I'm using the same one. That's not gonna vary, but normally for if it's not dummy data, you will have a lot of different domains, and then you can see actually how many were cooked. Normally, like it should, like if a domain is cooked, it should always land under the same category, but then you can already start to see some patterns and what you need to do. So for example, if we select only by week 26, then we can get the data only for week 26, right? Because we want the actual, and we want to see how we're looking. And this is obviously the same because this is not changing, but we can see as well. So we've performed 5 tests this week, and out of the total inboxes, which is 29 times 5, 78 landed in inbox, 11 in spam, and 30 were missing, which is probably a really bad sign, and probably they were landing in spam, but it was not detected by Outlook. So this is mostly when an email is missing, it's lost by Outlook. So yeah, that's actually a very bad sign as well. And you can always, if you want, in any module, so I'm gonna click this one, you can always see how the domain is doing. You can open, and then you can see a little bit more the details. So you always have that super detailed view of how everything is going, and yeah, like this is something you could do fully on autopilot. It's pretty cheap for the value, in my opinion, because like running 400 or 500 tests manually via VA, that's gonna first cost a fortune, and it's gonna be a lot of resources. There's gonna be mistakes making and all that thing. So yeah, I hope you like it, and hopefully it gives you a lot of ideas and inspiration. Obviously, this interface can be improved a lot, but you get the backbone of what is possible and how you could apply this within your business and within your lead gen agency.